I think one of the key principles that underpins good academic development is the recognition that learners are teachers and teachers are learners. In New Zealand, the Māori people have a concept called akoranga, and akoranga is based on the root word ako, which means both to teach and to learn. So we've been underpinning our academic development practice with akoranga and really trying to encourage people to think of themselves as lifelong and constant learners, whether they're academics, academic developers, learning designers or students. And the other principle that I think is really good for underpinning the work of academic development is whanaungatanga, which is another Māori concept. Whānau means family, and whanaungatanga means, at our university, a collective sense of responsibility for learning and for teaching. And so it's a concept that helps us all to think of it being in something together, that learning is something we're all doing. And academic development, I think, helps to really embed those principles across our university. I think that recognising that learners are teachers and teachers are learners can help academic developers to reach out to the student community a lot more than we have in the past. I've been in academic development for 20 years, and it's only in the last few years that I've been working directly with students, and it's transformed my academic development work. And I think it's really valuable to make the teaching and learning experience an amazing one for staff and for students. First of all, e ngā hau e whā, ngā mihi nui, he mihi meihana kia koutou katoa. Nō reira, tēnā tātou, tēnā tātou, tēnā tātou katoa. Greetings to you all from the four winds. I greet you and I thank you for your welcome to this country. I also pay my respects to the elders, past, present and emerging, on whose land we stand, and bring my greetings from elders, past, present and emerging in Aotearoa, New Zealand. Right, now we'll start. Okay. Once upon a time, in a land way, way down under, there lived a rather tired and slightly jaded princess from the land of academic development. Let's call her Princess Kathryn, who embarked on an adventure as an associate dean. For 6 long years, she traversed the ups and downs of a leadership journey in the faculty land that brought her into direct contact with some very special inhabitants of the University Kingdom, students. When our princess had fulfilled her Associate Dean missions, she returned wondering how she could bring the student and academic residents of the far-flung reaches of the University Kingdom together to work more meaningfully on the Kingdom's mission of teaching and learning that is second to none. Unfortunately, that's my university's phrase. First, they all had to agree on their core values. Ako in Māori means both to teach and to learn. There's just the one word. And it is at the heart of our kingdom's new venture sponsored by the Provost and Vice Provost. In Ako in Action, student adventurers undertake intensive training at the Princess's Base Camp, the Centre for Academic Development, to ready themselves for exciting encounters with lecturers in their natural habitat, the classroom. Observing the lecturers teach and reviewing the lecturers' course design and assessment, the students then engage those lecturers in ongoing reflective conversations, and together they work out how to provide even more amazing teaching and learning experiences for all the people of the kingdom. Deep at the heart of the Ako in Action adventure are 4 guiding principles that resonate with other tales of students as partners. Manaakitanga honours the mana, or status, of every kingdom inhabitant through mutual respect. Whanaungatanga makes the whole kingdom feel like a whānau, or one giant, caring, respectful family. With the reciprocity of akoranga, teachers become learners and learners become teachers. And kaitiakitanga, or guardianship, sees all adventurers care for and take responsibility for one another, for the program, and for the kingdom. So, who are these adventurers? It all began with 2 undergraduate students, your by now way less jaded academic development princess, and a buddy professor in 2018 when we co-created the Ako in Action adventure. Everything from inception was co-designed with students, because in this kingdom, all inhabitants have a voice. Dragging in champions such as Associate Deans Learning and Teaching, we ran a pilot with them later that year and 6 students. Then in 2019, we launched our program with student and staff adventurers from across the broad reaches of the kingdom, as far afield as China, Ghana and Malaysia. Many students, like these ones, were very smiley adventurers, probably because we paid them with scholarships. Hark, what is this voice I hear in the distance? It is a message from one of our student adventurers, Prince Ali, bearing tidings of joy and learning.
G'day and kia ora Australia. I'm Ali Leota. I'm one of the student leaders of Ako in Action. When we look at education, it's not just about acquiring knowledge, it's about drawing things out of an individual, whether that be purpose, a meaning or an opportunity. And Ako in Action has given me the opportunity to make impact in learning and teaching at Victoria University of Wellington. For example, one of the partnerships I'm involved with alongside another student, we observed a science lecture, and following that we had a reflective conversation with the lecturer and we offered some tips. In the next lecture observation, it was awesome to see our voices replicated in her teaching delivery. Yeah, Ako in Action is a commitment to an ongoing relationship between the learner and academic to help bring the best out of both of us. It's been so inspiring to be involved with Ako in Action, not just as a student partner, but as a co-designer of the program with the Centre for Academic Development. And being involved with Ako in Action feels like the first step in my journey to one day maybe becoming a lecturer. Kia ora.
It brings joy to the heart of this academic development princess to think that a Students as Partners adventure has not just transformed teaching and learning, but that might also maybe lead to a Pacifica student one day soon becoming a much needed Pacifica lecturer. As all princesses know, the kingdom doesn't let just any old adventure keep running without evidence that someone somewhere has learned something and that the provost investment was worth its weight in gold or scholarships. So we measured where our student adventurers started out and where they ended up, and hot diggity dog, it was special. So, as fledgling adventurers, they didn't understand the values of our land in much depth at all. Red is low and green is high. Nor did they know how to interact with the inhabitants of lecturer land, very few having ventured even a conversation with an academic, let alone a collaboration. Lo and behold, though, at the end of Ako in Action, our student adventurers were more empathetic, more knowledgeable, more proactive, and more collaborative than we could have dreamed. Green is good, remember. And so were the adventuring lecturers. As one astute student observed, I've started to realise that teaching and learning are so intrinsically linked that teachers really are lifelong learners, and the academics who participate in Ako in Action demonstrate this. Hark, I hear again the voice of a student adventurer bringing news of the value of Ako in Action for all across university land. Ready your ears to imbibe of her message.
Kia ora, my name's Emma Tennant and I'm involved in Ako in Action as a PhD student and a research assistant. I think the Ako in Action program is a really beautiful moment because there are not that many opportunities for students and academics to come together in an equal partnership. And the value of akoranga allows for those two people to come together as equals, even though they have different experiences and different roles, because we recognise that everybody in the partnership has the capacity to teach each other and learn from each other, and that's what I think is the true strength of Ako in Action.
It's no good if only those in our kingdom partake of the bounty accumulated on an Ako in Action adventure. Oh. These are our fabulous students presenting on Ako in Action in various places. I had more story. Please take with you the values that underpin our program. Share your baskets of knowledge with each other.